Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist and Spiritual Teacher here, and today I want to talk about 15 secrets to great health. I mean, anybody can have great health, but it's not always about taking herbs and that type of thing. It's really about a whole lifestyle process that's going on and what we eat and more. And one of the first ways is staying connected to your food, eating locally. When we eat things that come from thousands of miles away, it's really not healthy, even for the environment. And, we use a lot of different types of energy to get that here to us, and it's really at the same time, it's not that fresh. And so eating as fresh as possible, we get a lot of live enzymes and good things into our wonderful body, this thing that we take for granted so often. And those live enzymes are really important, and they start to degrade after a while if they're sitting on the shelf or in a truck or they're in a plane or whatever. And there's nothing like pulling an apple off a tree and eating it, and this is apple season now. Or for me, it's picking a banana off the tree and being able to eat that. And there is nothing like it. There's no doubt about it. Or any other thing, we have soursop fruits, or we have loquats. There are all kinds of different things, and you have the same type of things too: peaches, oranges, apples, and all kinds of different things. But getting that fresh as possible, going out and picking your own berries. What more can you ask? If you live in Washington or Oregon and picking your own blueberries, what a great thing to do. And it's a family affair also, and getting everybody into it. Even the little toddlers, they can reach up and get a couple of blueberries also and put it into the bucket. So it's really a wonderful thing. With my dad, we used to go out and exchange different things. We'd have melons, and then we would exchange with farmers to be able to go out and pick some tomatoes, So it was a great thing. So it was always nice to go out and pick our own fruits and vegetables and everything. So I think it's really important that you do the same and try to eat as locally as possible. You have a plethora of lots of organic farmers in every state. I've been looking, I know. Just had a person from Maryland, and there's a huge amount of people who are organic farmers in Maryland. So why not go out there? And a lot of them are pick your own type of thing also. So another thing, grow your own food as much as possible. I have my wife and I have a regular simple yard, but the whole front yard is mostly bananas and plantains. The side yard on one side is all kinds of fruits and vegetables and lots of spinach, 3 different types of spinach. And we have a lot of things in pots. I have a pepper tree in pots. We have, all kinds of different trees back there. Just about everything. I have Mexican oregano growing, all kinds of onions and cucumbers and different things. And you can do this mostly even on your patio. It's amazing what you can do with a little bit of space on your patio, and you can grow something. And there's nothing like pulling a carrot out of the ground, tapping off the dirt, rubbing off the dirt and eating, and, taking water hose and washing it off a little bit. And it's actually good for you because you get a lot of B12 that way because of the good bacteria. So that's really important. Plus, you eat totally organic that way, with from 30 to 50 chemicals in our food now, it's really not good. So if you want to be healthy, the best way is to grow some of your own food as much as possible. And also connecting with your organic farmer in your area and trying to support them. If you don't have a place to grow anything, get to be friends with your organic farmers. Well, I'm friends with ours, and we have a nice connection there, and we get a $50 box of food for my wife and I, and it's more than what we can eat in a week. So it's a great way to go. Stay active. Start young and maintain your workout. No matter what it is. Now, walking, even when I was a kid, my dad was a rice farmer. We would walk miles and miles every day. And I think I started that young, and now I walk 8 miles every day and keep it going. And I do 2 in the morning with the dogs, another 6 in the afternoon in the mall because it's really hot here in the afternoon. And I just keep maintaining that all the time. Plus I do my other workouts with, weights and pull-ups and all kinds of different things. So it's about staying and keeping that going also, staying in that repetition as much as possible. And that will keep you young. There's no doubt about it. Absolutely, positively. There's nothing like feeling invigorated after a workout. Most people live out indoors nowadays, and you know what? For thousands and thousands of years, we lived outside. It's only been in the last 100 years that we started going in with computers and sitting with our laptops and not going outside. And this is really not healthy. So we really need to live a lot of our day outside as much as possible. You know, I do gardening, so that's my thing. It's me and connected with the universe, and connected with Mother Nature, and I'm allowing myself to get out there and connect with all those plants and the wonders of the divine. There's no doubt about it. I feel so much more relaxed when I'm doing that type of thing. And I think people are totally disconnected from nature, and just to do some planting on their patio would make a whole lot of difference. Even if you're in New York, you have the wonderful Central Park there that you can go and allow yourself to partake of that huge space, and it's really wonderful. And I love Central Park when we go. Also, is to discipline your body. You know, do you want to do what you need to do even though you don't want to do it? Do what you need to do even though you don't want to do it. You know, sometimes I don't feel like working out. There's no doubt about it. But I get up and I make myself work out no matter what. You know, I get up at 4:30 in the morning, and I get to bed about 8 o'clock, or about 8:30 by the time I finish, you know, doing my meditation, or actually start about 7:30 with my meditation. And so it's allowing myself to do what I need to do every day. And a lot of people, you know, whenever the wind blows one way or another, they just do whatever they want to do. But that doesn't really work. We really have to discipline the mind and the body and allow ourselves to take hold of our life. And when we do that, and we have this process, things start to change. Eat a whole foods, plant-based diet. Even the Shaolin monks eat this way. They don't eat any kind of animal products whatsoever. And these people are amazing in being extremely healthy. You know, look at the ancient people way back when actually took scrunchium measurements of ancient people's bones, and they found that even way back thousands of years ago, people were mostly vegetarian. And it was really interesting, and they had strong bones because they worked out a lot too. Also, if you want to stay away from disease, I recommend you follow a whole foods, plant-based diet. And if you want to go on mine at paulhaider.com, and I know for sure we can get rid of all these modern age diseases. You don't really see a lot of arthritis, you know, for years and years ago, and rheumatoid arthritis, it wasn't really around. All these new things are starting because of all these chemicals we have around us, and I'm sure we can get rid of your rheumatoid arthritis. You can get rid of your thyroid problems. We can get rid of, you know, MS. I've had a really great success with MS. Also lupus and sickle cell anemia, going into remission, and all these things. So we have the tools, we have the diet that'll do it. And it's really easy. There's no doubt about that. Discipline your mind. Meditation. You know what? I've had 3, 4, and 5-year-old kids that do meditation, and they're just so cute, and they sit there doing their meditation. And a lot of people say, oh, I can't discipline my mind to sit there. And, oh, well, I had one person say that this morning. That's because you're not willing to try. I had the same thing when in my 20s, you know, and I was a depressed man. But allowing myself to put in the time, disciplining myself, just making sure I did it every day. And sometimes I was successful, sometimes I was not successful. That's the beast of meditation. You know, sometimes you're all the time just pulling your mind back to the breath, back to the mantra, whatever it is. Other times you're in a deep place of peace, and it's just putting in the time every day. I do 2 hours every day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, and it keeps me on the up and up. There's no doubt about it. And I highly recommend it. It will heal your mind and body. Stay away from excesses of anything. Excesses of thinking, excesses of worry, excesses of work, and on and on. You know, my dad would work 16-hour days. And that really, he ended up having a stress heart attack at 57, and he died. So that will kill you. That will shorten your life. There's no doubt about that. Once you're dead, you're gone. No reason for anybody to do that. I know a person right now that actually works 12-hour days. You know, there's an old saying, 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours for work, and 8 hours for play. 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours for work, and 8 hours for play. And that is a well-rounded life. And excesses in all these things that really start the process of having disease happen, and then Mother Nature takes over and it really gets going, you know. So if you have a bunch of stress going on because you're working 12-hour days or 16-hour days, oh man, that's going to open up the process of breaking down the lining of your gut. You're going to have autoimmune disease. We're going to end up with all kinds of different things. Stress causes a plethora of different challenges in the body. So keep the excesses completely gone and eliminated. And you can do it. There's no doubt about it. You just have to want to. You really have to want to change your way of life. Embrace change. If life throws you a curve, roll with it, you know, roll with it until you can get back on track. There's no doubt about it. If you're on my diet and something happens and you go off of it and you start, beating yourself up, that doesn't do any good. Just get back on track. Something happens in your life and everything collapses. You end up living, in a shelter or something. Roll with it and get back on track as soon as you can. It may take time, may take a year. I lived in a 6-by-9 foot room for a year till I was able to get back on track. I screamed out to God, I'm not giving up, and I didn't. So you can do it too. Sometimes you got to roll with the punches. Keep yourself connected with friends and family. And I think that's really important. People will live longer if they have a social network and have a social life and get out. And even when I was in that 6-by-9 room, I had friends and family that would help me in uplifting my spirit. I think that was the most important thing because I had to pull myself up. And if you were alone in a desert, you're really alone. There's no doubt about it. But if you have a voice there, it can help you say, keep going, Paul. Keep going, Liz. Keep going, Bob. You can do this. It really helps a lot. There's no doubt about it. Have a daily routine. The body loves routine. The mind hates routine. There's no doubt about that. The mind hates it. Oh, I got to do this again. Well, we got to discipline the mind so we can do the bodily things that we need to do every day. And I think that's really important. Look at Shaolin monks. Look at the monks of Mount Athos. That type of thing. They do what they need to do every single day, and they live long lives. There's no doubt about it. Also, keep your thoughts uplifting and positive. This is vital. A cascade of hormones comes out of our brain and throughout our body. Every time we have a negative thought, and it starts to derail everything in our body and cause problems. We have uplifting thoughts, we have the serotonin, we have the dopamine going, we feel good. Everything is running in the opposite direction towards health and wellness. So it's really important to keep those vital, healthy thoughts going. Also, get up early. Work with your natural circadian rhythms. I recommend get up at 6 o'clock and go to bed by 10 o'clock. Get up at 6, go to bed by 10. Your natural circadian rhythms. I know a lot of your people say, I can't do that. Well, you really can. It's just slowly moving in that direction, and you can. I've helped a lot of people move in that direction also. Also, another thing is have a commitment to yourself. You can't really do anything unless you have a commitment to what you're going to do and what you're going to decide to do, and have a 2-year plan, have a 5-year plan, have a 10-year plan, have a 20-year plan. and have a 50-year plan and what you want to move to. It doesn't mean they can't change, but they can change, of course. But at least you have some goals to move towards and have a commitment to move in that direction. And I think that's really, really important. Strengthen your daily connection to the divine. And people who have some kind of spiritual connection, have some kind of way of moving in a direction of understanding the whole underpinnings of the cosmos and the divine, they really have much more peace in themselves. And people go to mosque, people will go to church, people will go to temple, people go to, any kind of gathering of like-minded people really live longer. There's no doubt about that. So I highly recommend that. Reconsider your bad habits. Go beyond your normal way of thinking and think about, what? Do I really need that candy bar? Do I really need to do this or that or this, whatever it is, eating that whole gallon of ice cream, whatever it is, half gallon, and allow yourself to have that willpower to put that behind you and move forward in a different way. Maybe drink water, maybe, read something uplifting, something that would change that and derail that type of process. Also, listen to your body. These are a couple extra I'm throwing in here. Listen to your body. Your body has great wisdom, and allow yourself to push that in the right direction to great longevity and great health, and you will be surprised what happens. If you eat something, what do I feel like in 15 minutes? I feel good, I feel bad. What's that all about? Allow yourself to listen to that body. If I do something and I feel down, maybe I shouldn't do that. If I do something I feel uplifted, maybe I should be doing that. Listen to your body and know and consider whether it's healthy or not, and move yourself in that direction. And if you have questions, feel free to connect with me. My phone number is 831-869-9119. My email is drpaulhaider@gmail.com. And my Skype address is drpaulhaider also. And you can WhatsApp me and text me and all kinds of things. And you hit show more down below, and all this is down below. And consider doing a consult with me. I asked for a $50 donation, and that's good for 1 full year of additional consults. That's a pretty good deal. And keeping connected with me, and we'll get you on the track of moving in your life to what you really want to achieve, which is great. And feel free to go to my website at paulhaider.com, and have a great day. And feel free to connect with me anytime. Remember God, and remember, I love you.